Hello everyone. In this video lecture, let us understand Module 3 Data Flow Modeling. Let us understand the data flow description of a carry look-ahead adder. Let us see what is a full adder. So we all know that a full adder has three inputs, namely A, B and Cin, and it has two outputs, namely sum and cout. So the truth table of a 1-bit full adder with A, B, Cin inputs and sum cout as the outputs is as shown. So we all know when we add 0 plus 0 plus 0, we have sum 0 and carry 0, and 1, 1, 0 is sum 0, carry 1, and so on. Understand what is the carry look ahead adder mechanism. This is the same truth table of the full adder we have seen earlier, but now we are going to see the carry in a different manner. Let's make an observation. When A and B are 0 in this particular case, for the first two cases here, A and B both are 0, we can observe that the carry is also a 0. So we can say that when input A and B is 0, the cout is 0, that is, carry is being killed. So that we can define a signal known as kill signal, which is equal to the combination of these two. So since both are 0, 0, we have A bar into B bar. Next, similarly when A and B both are 1, we can observe and note that the carry out is a 1. So what do we observe? That the carry is being generated, or cout is 1 when both A and B are 1. So we can define a generate signal known as G is equal to A into B. For the rest of the cases, when A is not equal to B, we can observe here A is 0, 1 and B is 1, A, B are different in all the cases here. So when A and B are not the same, we can note that whatever is the Cin, the same value is propagated to the cout value. So we can say here in this case, the carry out cout is equal to the carry in, or the carry in is propagated to the carry out, and we can define a propagate signal as A bar B, two cases, and A B bar plus A B bar, which is nothing but P is equal to A XOR B. So we have defined two important signals, the propagate and the generate signals here. Why did we make this observation? Because we know that in any adder, the carry is the main culprit, because it takes a lot of time to generate the carry, and if the carry is being propagated through all the stages, then the entire adder takes a lot of time to give us the final result. So we are seeing an alternate way to generate the carry using the carry look ahead mechanism. Now, we all know that the sum expression is A XOR B XOR Cin. Now we can replace this A XOR B as P propagate, which we just saw in the previous slide, and we can write sum in terms of propagate XOR Cin. Similarly, we know that cout, by writing the SOP, we have A bar B Cin, we have 4 1s, so we have 4 SOP min terms here. Taking out C in common and AB common, we end up with this equation, reduced simplified equation, Boolean expression. This A XOR B can be still replaced as a P, because we know that propagate is A XOR B, and this AB can be replaced as the generate signal. So we can now define the cout as G plus P Cin. So this is a normal 1-bit full adder, the ripple carry adder. So as we all know, the ripple carry adder has lot of delay. So if we have n-bit stage adder, then the delay will be n into TD, where TD is the delay of each adder. Because if this adder has to work, this carry has to be propagated. If this adder has to work, it has to wait for this previous carry. So this is the ripple effect. But we can observe in carry look ahead adder mechanism, using A and B bits, we will be generating P and G, that is propagate and generate signals will be generated. The propagate and generate signals are sufficient to generate the sum and carry expression. So we saw the new expressions for the sum and carry. So we can observe here the new expression for cout we are going to use is G plus P Cin. We can observe that nowhere your cout will be dependent on the previous carry over here, and sum will be P plus P XOR Cin in this case. So how is it going to work? A and B, all the stages will simultaneously find out the P and G signals. So all the P and G signals are ready. So at the same instant of time, the carries and the sums will be calculated. So these are the expressions. So we know the Pi is AI XOR bi and gi is ai into bi. This is the expression we had found. For every stage we have to find the propagate and generate. Similarly, we have c1, c2, c3, c4. So this is a standard equation. For c1 is g plus p c. So for every stage we have g naught plus p naught c naught, g1 plus p1 c1, g2 plus p2 c2. So when we go on making substitutions, so for example here, when we make a substitution for this c naught in this equation, that we get, see, for the c1 we get g1 plus p1 c1. For that c1, if we substitute this, the substitution gives us this entire set of equations. So now we are interested to write a data flow description. We know that for a data flow description we need Boolean expressions. We have all the expressions ready, so we just have to declare the adder and we have to write the code. So this is the data flow description of a 4-bit full adder with the carry look ahead adder mechanism. So we can observe the expressions are there on the right hand side. So we declare the full adder with A, B, C, and some outputs, sum and carry outputs. We notice a 4-bit full adder, so A and B are 4 bits, Cn is 1 bit, sum is 4 bit, and Cout is also a single bit. Now we just have to start writing the Boolean expressions using the keyword assign. So first let's find out all the propagate signals. But if you look into the previous diagram, we found that we need a lot of wires. So we need P0, P1, P2, P3, G0, G1, G2, G3, the intermediate signals, and the carries which goes from one stage to the other stage through the propagate carry look ahead mechanism. So this is there in the previous block diagram, the wires. So now let's write the Boolean equations. Assign P0 is equal to A of 0 XOR B of 0. So we have 0 first stage being calculated. We can write again one more assign P1 is equal to A of 1 XOR with B of 1, but instead of putting a semicolon, if we put a comma, we can avoid writing the assign statement multiple times. So all the 4 stages we have found out the propagate signals. Similarly, we can find the generate signal, which is A and B for each stage. Since we have declared A and B as vectors, every bit should be represented as A of 0, A of 1, A of 2 and A of 3. So generate is basically the AND of all these cases. Then we can find out the carry signal. Carry is C1, which is, according to this, is G0 plus P0 C0. C0 is nothing but the initial carry C in, and then the next one will be G1 plus P1 into C1. This previous equation will be substituted, and after with the substitution we get the 4 carry equations. And finally the sum is calculated using sum is equal to P XOR Cin. So we have sum of 0, which is P0 into XOR with Cin, sum of 1, which is P1 XOR C1, and sum of 2 and sum of 3 calculated. So and then final C out we have nowhere used in the program is the actual C4, which is calculated here, that is assigned back to the carry out. We could have directly written here C out, and we could have avoided writing C4 also, or we can do this mechanism where we finally update the value to the actual variable, and then we end the code with end module. So we have observed that in this particular data flow description we have used the Boolean expressions, and we have just written the Boolean expressions without worrying about the structural implementation of this particular gates. So in this lecture we understood the data flow description of a 4-bit full adder with carry look ahead mechanism. Thank you.